we're doing a pretty interesting video. It's just going to be some summertime deer prep. I went to the store the other day, spent about 140 something, and I got me some goodies for, you know, just a little bit of summertime prep. Not to mention, we're going to do some camera pulls, camera setting up, maybe moving a few cameras, and filling our deer feeder. So stay tuned and find out what happens in this video today. Alright, y'all, so here's some goodies I was telling you about. We'll start off from expensive to cheapest. Just what I got in here, which this is pretty much it, but 2 50-pound bags of corn. Because, I mean, it's Ohio, y'all have to put corn out on private land. Alright, so most expensive, we got this Treeline 24 megapixel trail camera combo, and it does have Duracells in it. How long they're gonna last, who knows? Got a 1 second trigger speed, supposedly easy setup, and it's saying that's just daytime and nighttime pictures, which that looks pretty good if it's actually telling the truth. But yeah, I think that came out to be like 60. Alright, next object, 4 16 gig hunting made easy, or HME gigabyte, or well, SD cards, yeah. So these was like 15 just for a pack. That come out to be pretty much $30. Then 3 packs of batteries. I think there's like 72 altogether or something like that, but 24. They was 10 something a piece, so there's pretty much 30 in batteries. And then a Mighty Deer Lick Sweet Molasses Block. I've actually personally never used these, but I guess we'll see how good they are. Anyways, here's the receipt. So, oh, I had a $10 off, so it came out to be $7.71 for the corn, $5.56 for the block, $55.78 for the camera, and it was originally $60. SD cards was $13.94 or $15 without, and then batteries come out to be $9.29, and that brought my total to $140.47. After freaking $7.97 tax, kind of outrageous, but it is what it is, right? So anyways, there's the goodies I got, minus the corn. It's outside. So we're actually gonna go put this camera out, pull a few cameras, and put some cell cams out. And we're actually gonna try to catch some bucks and see what all is out here right now in the summer. But it's been dry. We're like in the drought weather. Ain't rained for a week down here in Ohio, and I'm thinking find a good spring. I know where a few springs are, to put 2 regular cameras. Then I put corn on cell cameras in places where I know deer will be. Anyways, pick y'all up outside. Well, we found our camera, and actually, I don't know if this thing's on. No, it's off. No SD card. Okay. I never pulled an SD card. I guess just never put one back in it. So, pull this camera onto the spot we go. Alright, y'all, so here's my stealth cam. Cell camera. I got it on this little tree mount. I was just trying to get some pictures of bucks right here, but fortunately unsuccessful, so I just turned it off. The battery's dead anyways. I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna go put it in the spot I've always wanted to. Tell y'all what, on a hot day like this, I mean, deer's gonna be laying low, but they're gonna be close to a water source. So that's another good place to be putting cameras, is by a water source. But our creeks are just dry down through here, so I gotta go find a spring or something. I mean, pretty much all these holes are either little to no water or plumb out dry. But this next spot used to have a spring. I don't think it does anymore, but we know the deer's traveled through there quite a bit. If the cell camera don't work, then I'm just gonna put up regular camera. Not the new one. I got a spot for it, but I will be putting up my old stealth camera I just pulled in that spot if I ain't got no cell service right there. Yeah, I'll pick y'all up there. Alright, so right here where we're at is a crossing point from the field to field without them having to get out in the field. And right now, just kind of looking for a good spot for the camera. Right back in here. They got berries, deer love them things. That cover, no water, but they got food here. So this will be a good spot. So now if I can just get service right here, I'll be like actually lit. Alright, so camera is on. Got a little bit of corn. We got berries. I'm gonna try her out. Break that off. Yep. Pick y'all up at the next destination. I found one. Again, it's pretty cold. It's a spring. Frogs in it, but I ain't seen no tracks. So I think I'm gonna move on up a little bit. Getting bit off in them arm and see if I can't find a better hole with more tracks. Alright, so we got the camera facing down here on this little water hole or spring, whatever it is. Now we're gonna put out the Mighty Derelict and then head out of this spot. Alright, we got the Mighty Derelict out, trail camera out. I'm gonna fly out here. It's actually starting to thunder, so probably go home for a little bit. Come back later and finish this project. It's hot. Alright guys, so we got the batteries out. I put fresh ones in. Here's the feeder, and the camera was right there. I decided to move the mount up here, so be looking down like this. Get better pictures of exactly where stuff's coming from maybe. I don't know, I'll pick you up though whenever I get the camera on and put on this. Okay, so I got the camera how I want it. We're just gonna turn it on. And if you read this, whenever all three of them are green, it means it's successful. So, right now it's checking for battery. Come on, just put fresh batteries in this thing. Alright. Now signal. And it should have good signal up here. Yep. And then now the account. Okay. It's good. So, we're just going to close this up. And actually, while I have service up here, I'm just going to make sure it's how I want it. And I'll show you guys the picture or the angle of it. Alright. So, you know, towards the end of the video, pretty much over. We're done with the prep. But, as I was saying up on the hill, like I said in the video, if not, I'm saying it now. I'm trying to find these $3. Well, I guess $4. So we called the one the Big 10, and he got shot last year. And around December, he finally started to disappear when the rut kicked out. We had the small 8, and actually found a shed off of him. And I'll show y'all here in just a minute. And then last but not least, we had the Big 8. And he's pretty big 8-pointer. And actually, I was going after him the night I killed him. So what I'll do is I'll pop up the pictures, tell you which buck is what, and then that's the main bucks we're looking for this year. Alright, so that buck right there is the one we called the Big 10. You can see why we called him the Big 10. And actually, the next buck I'm going to show you will be the small 8, but a picture of the Big 10 and the small 8, and then I'll show you shed. He wasn't so small. I mean, I seen him maybe one night. I think it was right after like shooting light, and I just watched him. He come out about 30 yards from my stand. Kept on going, but the Big 10, he was a pretty big buck, and he actually got shot. We trailed him. He was not shot by me. My dad shot him, but we trailed him quite a ways actually. Blood stopped. Probably about 2 hours later, he's on the camera. Big old hole in him. I don't think I got a picture of him with the hole in him. If I do, I'll put it up right now. And then I'm also going to put up the small 8 and the Big 10 together. Alright, So those pictures, that was the Big 10 with the small 8. And this here is the small 8's right side. Right? Oh yeah. Because if you look at this, these pictures of him like that, and all that stuff lines up. We done looked at it, so I mean, the small 8, he's a pretty dang big old buck, actually. I mean, he's pretty good for being that small compared to the Big 10. And the Big 10, I mean, he's big. But I actually found this about close to a mile away from that hunting site where we've seen him on the camera and where y'all seen today. So the next buck I'm gonna pop up, he's gonna be the Big 8. And y'all see what you think about him. So the Big 8, I kind of actually looked hard for his antlers, and I looked on a few properties actually, and I just couldn't find him anywhere. I mean, I checked all the places we'd been seeing him, all over that property, the neighboring properties, down the road properties. I just couldn't find his antlers anywhere. But he's a pretty big buck, and we seen him the night before, that evening where I went and sat. So I went and sat down there, waited, and about 2 hours went by and that buck come running off the hill grunting. So I'm guessing that maybe the Big 8 was behind me. I couldn't see. So I just got him, the buck I got. But not a bad buck, I ain't complaining. But I know the Big 8's still alive because it's towards the end of the season. We still seen him running around. And I mean, we're pretty much the only ones out here that hunts anymore. So I know he's still alive. And then the last buck, this is the first time I've seen him, I think. We call him the Freak, and see what y'all think of him. So the picture quality, I know it ain't the best, but you can see why I call him the Freak. He got some pretty weird junk going on that one side. Anyways, that'll conclude today's video, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more content like this, just comment, let us know. But I'm planning on in about a week going back doing some camera pulls and letting y'all know what we got and see what we got.